This is for educational use only. Our group is allowing our instructor, Mr. Roldan Ardines, to use this as an educational material.
Good day everyone. And this morning I'm going to talk to you about global demography and global migration. Global demography examines population trends including growth rates, age distribution, and urbanization. Key aspects include population growth, age distribution, urbanization, life expectancy and healthcare, and fertility rates. The first one is population growth. The global population has surpassed 80 billion and even growth across regions. Developing countries just like Nigeria and India have higher birth rates, while developed nations just like Japan and Germany experience lower fertility rates and aging population. The second one is age distribution. Some nations like Japan and Italy face aging populations, leading to labor shortages and economic concerns. Meanwhile, Africa and parts of Asia have predominantly young populations, which can drive economic growth if managed effectively. The third one is urbanization. More than half of the world's population now lives in other cities. Increasing demand for housing, jobs, infrastructures, and rapid urbanization in countries like Japan and India create economic opportunities but also challenges such as overcrowding and pollution. The fourth one is life expectancy and healthcare. Medical advancements have increased global life expectancy, but disparities persist. Developed nations enjoy higher healthcare standards, whereas developing countries still struggle with preventable diseases and inadequate healthcare access. The fifth one is fertility rates. While some countries experience declining fertility rates just like South Korea and Germany, others, Nigeria and India, maintain high birth rates, shaping future workforce trends and economic prospects. Global migration. Global migration involves people moving across borders for the reason of economic opportunities, refugee crisis, climate change, brain drain or brain gain, and remittances. So how demography and migration interconnected? So aging nations depends on migrants for labor, while developing countries with high youth populations drive migration. Policies shape mobility trends worldwide.
So what is a populations and demography is all about? So populations is a total number of people living in a specific area. So like a country, a city, or village. So for example, so if you live in a city, the population will be the number of people who live there. Demography, so is the study of the populations. It looks at things like how many people there are, how old they are, where they live, and other important details about the people in that area. It helps us understand how the populations is changing over a time. So like for example, the populations of the Philippines is around 113 million people. So that is populations. So demography. So demography, if we study the demography of the Philippines, we might learn that a lot of people are young. Many people in cities like Manila, and many Filipinos work in other countries like in the Middle East or the US.
Let's discuss about the theory of demographic transition and how it affects the global population. This theory explains how population growth changes over as a country develops. It consists of 4 stages. Each stage is characterized by shift in birth rates, death rates, and population growth. Stage number 1. Pre-industrial stage. High birth and death rates resulting in slow population growth. Poor healthcare and living conditions lead to high infant mortality. Stage 2. Transitional stage. Death rates decline due to improved healthcare, sanitation, and food supply, but birth rates remain high, causing rapid population growth. Stage 3. Industrial stage. Birth rates begin to decline due to urbanization, education, and access to contraception leading to slower population growth. And last, the stage 4, post-industrial stage. Both birth and death rates are slow, resulting in a stable or even declining populations. And how it affects global population. Developing countries experience rapid population growth as they transit from stage 2 to stage 3. Developed nations in stage 4 face aging population as labor shortage. Migration patterns shift as people move from high growth regions to low growth regions for better opportunities. Economic growth and social policies influence how quickly countries move through these stages. This transition significantly affects global population distribution, economic development, and migration trends worldwide.
Global migration in the contemporary world refers to large-scale movement of people across borders due to economic opportunities, conflicts, climate change, and political instability. While many migrate for better jobs, others are forced to flee as refugees or climate migrants. Urbanization and south-to-south migration are rising trends, alongside stricter immigration policies and border controls. Migration impacts labor markets, economies, and social integration, sparking debates on security, human rights, and cultural diversity. Technology and social networks play a vital role in shaping migration patterns, helping migrants access information and support systems. International organizations and governments continue to negotiate policies to manage migration while addressing humanitarian concerns and economic needs.
Now, the next discussion will be about the four main types of global migration. The first one is the labor migration. From the word labor, it means work or employment. While labor migration refers to the movement of people in search of better employment. This may include skilled workers such as engineers or doctors, as well as unskilled workers such as laborers or domestic helpers. So people migrate abroad to improve their financial situations, often seeking higher wages and even better working conditions that they may not find or achieve in their respective home countries. Now, a significant example of labor migration in the Philippines is or are OFWs, or the Overseas Filipino Workers. Many Filipinos migrate abroad to work across various industries such as construction, domestic work, healthcare, information technology, and seafaring. Filipinos are well known globally for their hard work, persistence, patience, and being committed to their work. So these people or these Filipinos send remittances back home, and it plays a vital role in the Philippine economy.
Second we have is forced migration. Involuntary movement due to conflict, persecution, natural disaster, or human rights violation. This includes refugees, asylum seekers, and internally displaced persons.
Voluntary migration. Voluntary migration happens when people choose to move to a new place on their own. They are not forced to leave, but they decide to move for a better life, job opportunities, education, or safer environment. Sometimes people move to a different country while others move to another city or region. Unlike forced migration, where people must leave because of war, disasters, or even danger, voluntary migration is based on personal choice. Voluntary migration can have both positive and negative effects. On the positive side, migrants may find better jobs, earn more money, and improve their quality of life. They may also bring new skills and knowledge to their new community. And in negative side, migrants may struggle with the new language, culture, or being away from their families. Sometimes they also face discrimination. Despite these challenges, many people still choose to migrate in search of better opportunities. For example, a family from the Philippines might decide to move from Canada for better job opportunity and higher quality of life. They plan their move, apply for visas, and travel when they are ready. They are not escaping war or disaster, but they are looking for a better future.
Irregular migration. What is irregular migration? Migration that occurs without legal authorization, such as crossing borders without documentation or overstaying visas that can result from economic hardship or restrictive immigration policies.
So next we are going to tackle about the global migration. So global migration occurs due to a combination of push and pull factors that influence individuals and communities to move. Those are economic hardships, lack of job opportunities, political instability, conflict, and environmental disaster, often to force people to leave their home countries in search of safety and better living conditions. In some cases, poor governance, corruptions, and limited access to essential services like education and healthcare also contributed to migration. So, on the other hand, many people are drawn to new destinations by their promise of the higher wages, better career prospects, quality education, advanced healthcare, and overall improved quality of life. So, political stability and safety are also significant factors as people seek refuge from war and persecution. Additionally, migration is often influenced the social networks as individuals to move to place where they already have family or community connections. Migrations can be voluntarily driven by personal inspirations or force, as seen in the case of refugees as asylum seekers fleeing crisis. Whether within a country or across international borders, migration continues to shape societies worldwide, influencing economies, cultures, and policies.
So we will now talk about the advantages and disadvantages of global migration for both sending and receiving countries. First are sending countries. The advantages is remittances. Migrants send back money to their families, which can boost the local economy. Second is reduce unemployment. Migration can alleviate unemployment pressures in the sending country. Third is relief from population pressure, and the fourth is brain gain. And also the disadvantages is first, drain brain. The loss of skilled and educated workers can hinder the sending country's development. Second, loss of human capital. Migration can lead to storage of healthcare professionals and also teachers and other essential workers. Third is social impacts, and the fourth one is dependence on remittances. Let's move forward to receiving countries. Advantages, first is labor market needs. Migrants can fill labor gaps in key sectors such as healthcare, technology, and agriculture. Second one is economic growth. Migration can contribute to economic growth, innovation, and entrepreneurship. The third one is cultural diversity, and the fourth one is aging population. And the disadvantages is integration challenges. Integrating migrants into the workforce and society can be difficult and costly. And the second one is job competition. Migrants may compete with native-born workers for jobs, potentially leading to unemployment. Third one is strained public services. And also the fourth one is the social tensions. So these advantages and disadvantages can vary depending on the specific context, policies, and circumstances of each country. Effective migration policies can help maximize the benefits and minimize the drawbacks for both sending and receiving countries.